Hello and welcome to Z Prime Now. I'm Chris Moyer, and today we're going to be discussing some of the great challenges and opportunities that utilities have in addressing racial diversity, economic equality, inclusion, and justice. I am so pleased to be joined by the Chief Diversity Officer for Consumers Energy, Angela Thompkins. Angela, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us today.
Thank you, Chris. I'm glad to be here.
Angela, what initially brought you to Consumers Energy, and how have you seen the company evolve over the last 7 years?
Great question, Chris. So I was in a previous role where I had started a diversity program for the company. There wasn't a program for the entire company. I had, in fact, started a small program at the location that I was at. And as we talked about what was next for me, what my next move might be, I said I was interested in leading diversity for the company. And the leader at the time told me that while diversity was important, it was not a priority. And so that is what really led me to exit and look for another opportunity. And I knew that the next opportunity had to be one that was very meaningful for me, not just a job, not just work. I could find that anywhere. And as it happens with many of our positions and coworkers, I knew someone at Consumers Energy that I had worked with previously and remembered all of the conversations about this is a family company. I love it here. It's nothing like, where we had worked together before. You would be great here. You would add a lot of value. And so it really was learning about the culture and the Fortune 500 company that feels like a mom in a pop shop. You get in the elevator, it's like Cheers, everyone knows your name. And so that's what really drew me to Consumers Energy, was the culture and where I felt like I would really be seen and valued as a person. And I can definitely say I feel that and have experienced that since day one. You asked about, my role and how things have changed since I've been with the company. In the 7 years that I've been with the company, a lot has definitely changed. Consumers Energy has always had a focus on diversity and inclusion. And I say diversity and inclusion because that's where we were a couple of years ago. We just added equity into our conversation this year with our new strategy that we rolled out to the company. And so we definitely have been on a journey. We've, gone from 3 employee resource groups to 7, and learning as a company as we, move through the diversity journey. And so we continue to evolve. We're still evolving, but the most important thing for us is that we lead with transparency, authenticity, and safety in this space of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our operations, as we perform work out in the field, safety is foundational to every single thing we do. And it must be that way in the diversity, equity, and inclusion space. And so our diversity journey is parallel with our safety journey. We have to create safe spaces for our coworkers to have difficult conversations, because it's in the difficulty that we learn and we stretch and we grow. So if we're not engaging, if we don't create the space safe enough to have the conversations, none of us are growing and learning.